The second episode of Survivor 50 is unfortunately showing us some glaring issues with this season, so let's get into it. Full spoilers for my episode 2 thoughts of Survivor 50, you have been warned. Watching Camilla go through the heartbreak of losing Kyle on this season is so soul crushing. Those two are such good friends, especially after their partnership in season 48. I feel so bad for Camilla. This is heartbreaking. And then the look that Ozzy is giving when Coach starts talking about what happened during the fight for Supplies challenge is so funny. This altercation between them, I hope it becomes something bigger. It would be so funny if they end up on the same tribe during this next tribe swap that we're gonna get next episode, which is crazy that we're getting a tribe swap already. But anyways, I would like to see this rivalry develop into something even bigger and crazier next episode or later in the season. It's like they design these water challenges to show people poorly playing physically. Cirie, Emily, Aubrey has a difficult time getting the mallet hitting her thing on her portion of the challenge, and then Cirie takes a weird dive into the water. Emily's knees buckle as she goes into the water. It's just these challenges are made to show them being not physically adept, unlike Jonathan right here, who's soaring angel diving into the water. This was Christian Ubicki's episode. He is involved with all of the plot storylines happening in his tribe this episode. He full on dumps in his pants, and then he eats shit later in the episode. It's really funny. It's just perfect poetry for how this episode went. Pooping his pants at the beginning of the episode, face eating shit at the end of it. Chef's kiss. And then it'll be interesting to see what happens between Rick Devens and Joe later in the season. They had an argument during this episode that was pretty crazy. And that argument got hella intense too. I love how Devens just walks out of the conversation. It was super funny. Now, getting into the immunity challenge, Kahlo pulls out a huge lead after this first round with Jonathan and Camilla carrying this 200-pound snake. It was incredible. Vatu, the Magenta tribe, is super behind after their first go around by Rizzo. And who was it? Was it Stephanie? I don't really remember who he was paired up with. Anyways, they make a shocking comeback to win the immunity challenge. Teal comes in second place, which means Orange, Cirie's tribe, is going back to tribal council. 2 rounds of gameplay in a row to start off the season. During the time before we go to tribal council, Christian tells Devens that he got the Billie Eilish boomerang idol. He gave it to Aubrey. And Devens tells us a plan of taking the wrapping and the paper for the Billie Eilish boomerang idol, and that he's going to plant it at tribal council, which is crazy. Ozzy ends up giving his extra vote that Q gave him at the first Fight for Supplies challenge after they stayed there at Exile Island. He gives that extra vote to Cirie, which is a big move. I don't know if they're going to be on the same tribe next episode, so we'll see how that comes into the gameplay. During this episode, we do see a lot of talk from Joe, from Devens and other players about how Joe wants to play only with honor and integrity, how he's unwilling to play savagely and hard in Survivor, which dude, do you even know what show you're on? I'm tired of the fucking honor and integrity gameplay. That shit's boring. So we see a couple names come up for this episode. There's a lot of conversation about Savannah. What advantage did she get from the previous episode? We have conversations about Joe because we're just having to play our game around him. Do we actually want him gone or not? Do we want to involve him with the conversations? There's talks about Ozzy because they know that he's working close with Cirie. So they're like, do we just want to take those two out? What do we do? And unfortunately, it is my dear Survivor 49 winner, Savannah, going home in a 6-1 vote. During Tribal Council, she was sharing about her social experience during 49, and it kind of came off a little bit fake to me. I understand that she did go through some tribulation with being cut off from everyone during 49 just because of how untrustworthy she was in that tribe. But I don't know if that show of emotion really saved anyone from not voting Savannah tonight. I know you just got cast in a television show, Joe, but why are you trying to go on the Traitors? Get that out of here. Finally, we need to have a conversation about the editing in this episode because the amount of people that had 0 confessionals this episode is crazy. Obviously, Christian, Rick really dominated the storytelling this episode, and really everyone in the Orange Tribe is just gonna have more confessionals and more time on screen than everyone else just because they have to go to Tribal Council. But Tiffany, Camilla, not even a confessional about Camilla heartbroken over Kyle's vote out. Chrissy has 0 time in the confessionals. I don't care about Stephanie not having any confessionals. She can go next episode for all I care. And then Angelina has 0 confessionals. So it's just like, what are we doing in the editing booth that is creating this super horrible edit? Okay, so quick recap of who has what advantage in Idol. With Savannah's elimination, her block vote does not matter. Suri has Ozzy's extra vote now. Ozzy still has the boomerang idol that Genevieve gave to him. Christian Ubicki found a boomerang idol, which he will get back if Aubrey gets voted out with it in her pocket. And she kind of cries when she finds the idol in her pocket, which is just like, I understand it, but like, I wouldn't cry because I know there's like more implications to this. By the way, this tribe's insanity to go through her bag and they found nothing in it. This happens before she gets the idol from Christian, which is just crazy on the timing. Genevieve thinks that she has something and she gets everyone involved in this scheme. Someone's talking to her, someone's the lookout, and she individually takes out all of the stuff from Aubrey's bag and they find nothing inside there. So it's just like, why did we do that, guys? Why are we so paranoid this early in the game? Don't forget that if Ozzy is voted out with an idol in his pocket, that Genevieve will get that idol back. And like I said, this tribe has just been completely hidden from us in the edit. Not a lot of characters are being portrayed in this season. Can't not point out how good of a reward challenge Mike White had at the beginning. He was crushing it. But no one on this beach has found the boomerang idol to give to someone else, so it is unlikely anyone will have an advantage now or in the future from this tribe. So I'm super sad for Savannah to be gone. All 3 people that have left the show are of the 11 people that I knew coming into the season, which is not great for my who I'm rooting for numbers. But nonetheless, despite this episode being a bit slower, a lot more people being edited out of it just because there is less time to show everyone, it was a decent Survivor episode. It surprises me that they aren't doing 2-hour-long episodes in the pre-merge just so they're able to give everyone the correct amount of time on the screen that they should be getting. I'm coming back to Survivor 50 and I have 0 confessionals. That's crazy. You have no idea what I'm thinking in my head then as I'm playing this game. It's not great editing by CBS, but it also makes sense because of how many people they have playing the game right now. So we're getting a tribe swap next episode in episode 3 of the season, which is crazy, although we do have a lot more time spent going through the season so far. It makes sense while they're doing it this early, but let me know all of your thoughts on episode 2 of Survivor 50 in the comments. Are you enjoying it? Let me know. Who do you think is going to be voted out next? Let me know as well. So until the next episode, my name is Garrett. This is Grizzly Reviews. Don't forget to follow me. Tune into my live streams every Wednesday as I watch the episode as it airs. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!